Greetings. Talking Trash is in the house, minus the man in the middle, Josh Goyette.
I don't know what
He'll be
happened
replaced
to him.
today in the middle by Jay Cutler, running the Denver Bronco
You
offense.
can see him right through the goalpost there.
But Kyle's here, and I am here, Jason.
I am.
And we just got back on Monday night from our journey over to Buffalo for the Bills-Broncos game. It was a fantastic ending. I, as a Broncos and Bills fan, really enjoyed the game from start to finish.
It was a good game.
And,
I enjoyed it.
A lot of people have told me that this particular moment was caught on television, and I know that I was there now, so you can stop asking me if it was me. It was indeed me. I was clapping for Kevin Everett of the Bills, who was in a horrific tackle at the start of the second half. And I was clapping for him as he was getting let off the field in the ambulance. And it's kind of a weird thing because it's exciting to kind of be on television, but it's sad that it had to happen in a moment like that because it's obviously not a good deal. And some good news is that he is starting to move some of his arms and legs.
Voluntary movement in his arms and legs, so should be able to walk again, which I mean is a pretty good thing.
But it just sitting there from the angle we had too, because this picture behind us, by the way, is where we were sitting, and whoops, I guess it would be over here. Would be around where the tackle happened, and the minute you saw it, and you saw him go down, it had that feel like Mike Utley when he was with the Lions, where you felt like it was one of those moments that would be replayed forever as a very important moment in this guy's life, and it just kind of give you a sick feeling, and you're trying to enjoy the game. They're just getting done halftime, and it was weird because Steve Tasker had just gotten inducted into the Bills Ring of Fame as a special teamer, and in the very first play, a special teamer for the Bills gets injured. So not a very good omen for Bills fans who are always looking for something to grasp at, including me after the game. So
well,
watch out for death threats if you go to Buffalo.
Both teams couldn't win, so it's kind of tough when that stuff happens.
A tie could have happened. I was rooting for the tie.
Could have been a tie. That would have been interesting to see. Hasn't been one of those in a while, so.
I was hoping that the ball would also make it over that net from
I wanted to see that happen.
The ball would have dropped right in our
That would have been awesome. I wanted to see that happen, but
couldn't get him high enough. And for that matter, they couldn't really even get him through. One missed two, and
one almost made it over, and that would have been cool. And then I noticed there was near the top there was a little hole, and I was thinking, well, if they kick it right at that hole, maybe it'll come right through. But that didn't happen.
No, it was not to be. But enough on that. That's sort of a personal note on us, and we're gonna. We took a lot of video on this trip, almost 4 hours of video of the entire trip.
We documented heavily.
We couldn't even bring the camera into the
no
football game.
Game
so this
footage.
Is no game
footage.
Action.
There's tailgating footage.
A lot of tailgating action.
But no game
It
footage.
rained heavily before and after the game, so there's not as much from in the parking lot as I would have liked to have had, but we didn't want to get the camera all wet. So we tried to keep it in as much as possible. We did talk to a few fans before it started to rain. So we've got some interesting stuff on the whole trip, and I'm going to be trying to put that together over I want to say months, but it could be a year. There's a lot of footage there, and it's going to take a long time to cut it up. I want to cut it up and do it right. We're going to try to have it look like a reality show with the three of us here and our buddy Alan Maynard and their entire family, and then of course in Belmont, New York. Shout out to you for making that trip fantastic.
Yo,
for us.
Belmont.
Thanks much. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a pretty good time. Good times.
The Patriots are cheating.
Yes.
I think there are two guys right here that are pretty excited about it.
Yes, the Patriots, I've been saying it for years, they're a bunch of cheaters, and finally, once again, it's true. Patriots, you're a bunch of cheaters. Stop cheating. But all that's going to happen, what I hate is all that's going to happen is all they might lose is a draft pick. They need more draft picks anyway, It's just, take away Super Bowl championships. Make it so those years don't count, all right? Make it harsh.
Take away Super Bowl championships.
They're a bunch of cheaters. Bunch of
They
cheaters.
should lose the game.
I agree back there.
They should take the game away from them. They should be 0-1. They should be docked.
In NASCAR, if you cheat, or even in any racing form, you're found to be cheating after the game, you lose credit for that. You don't get points. You don't get money. You lose your trophy. You lose all that stuff. It should be the same way with this game. That game should go down as a loss. And you know what? It probably didn't need to because the Patriots seemed like they kind of handled business.
Yeah, maybe you don't call it a loss.
Why?
Maybe you could call it a tie or something.
Okay, whatever. I'm sure that the Jets would take that.
Yeah.
It's so much easier, though, when you know what the defense is going to be They call it what they call it.
That's not
Agreed.
fair. That's probably why they scored so many points. I mean, you know what the defense is going to do. You know what play to call against. You know,
Yeah.
it's awful. That's cheating.
Oh, it's like when you were playing the old
Bunch of
football
cheaters.
games on.
Yeah,
And there's like
yeah.
4 plays to choose from, and you
Yeah.
know you just figure, well, I'll guess right, and then I know what play
Yeah.
they're running.
Well, Patriots, they're a bunch of cheaters.
Well, I mean, it looks that way right now, but let's not jump to any conclusion. See, here's my thing: is that the Patriots are a pretty good team as it is, in theory. So why not just go out there and play the game and win? Why do they even have to? Why do that? It just doesn't make any sense to me. He won 3 Super Bowls in the near future, which doesn't really count in my book, but it happened.
Yep.
So I mean, you're supposedly a pretty good team. You're a playoff team. And it's like you have to resort to something like that. That takes away the credibility of Bill Belichick, who is one of the few men on that unit that I will always give credit to. He's a great coach. So I think this takes away a lot of his credibility, and it's not good for him.
I don't like it.
You want to call the Patriots cheaters again?
They're a bunch of cheaters.
You seem like that's all you wanted. They're a bunch of cheaters.
They are. It's been proved.
They cheated it up.
They did.
Pop says to move on, so I'm ringing the bell.
All right.
We got an NFL rewind. Any other big shockers from last weekend?
Not really.
Your book.
Well, are we talking game wise or stuff that's happened? Because,
Game wise, or stuff.
Okay. Well, some stuff. Well, okay. Well, I'll go game wise. The Giants pretty much lost every significant player that they had to injury, and still made the game pretty interesting against the Cowboys. I mean, Eli at first he was going to be out a month, and now he's week to week. I don't know what's going to happen there.
The Giants didn't really have a lot of significant players before, so for you to make
Brandon
that comment
Jacobs should have been the guy to bust out this year for them, and now he's going to be hurt for a couple weeks. Usi Umenyiora might miss this weekend. Boy, they're having a rough time in New York right now. And
and that sets
picking them to win the NFC East is looking like.
Yeah, who would do that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, but who would do that?
Yeah, well, okay. What if they?
That's just silly.
Well, now I have reason that they're not going to do it. Okay, which thank you for giving me reason that the Giants are not going to win the NFC East.
And conversely, I'll say that against my pick, the Packers have a chance to go 2-0 now because they get to take on the